Welcome back to another episode of Clippercast. I'm your host, Ben Romero,
Co-host Briar Watson.
and today our special guest, as you can see with our new camera that we just got working.
And round of applause for Mr. Boyd.
If you want to give an introduction, what's your involvement with Martin High School? And
I was a middle school teacher at Martin High School for 25 years. I was a wrestling coach for 32, 33 years. Track coach, coached freshman JV football, middle school football, track.
you did it all.
Done just about everything here.
Yeah. So where'd you go to high school? Here?
Where did I go? No, I did not go here. I went to a high school called Port Huron Northern High School, clear on the other side of the state.
Okay. Did you play any sports there?
I played football, I wrestled, I ran track.
Nice. Did you, since you're a wrestling coach, I'm guessing you made it into college for wrestling too?
I wrestled in college also.
Where at?
Saginaw Valley State College, home of the Fighting Cardinals.
Yeah. Were they any good?
No.
No? Just straight up no?
It was only their second year of wrestling. So
Yeah.
they weren't bad. But we had Grand Valley to contend with, and Grand Valley had some studs.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I had a choice every match. Do you want to go against this national champion or do you want to wrestle this national champion? Which one's going to beat me up the worst?
Yeah. So you taught here, right?
I taught here.
If I remember correctly, did you also teach high school or was it just middle school?
Yes, I taught high school. Taught high school biology, high school psychology, high school ecology, a lot of any science-related classes.
Yeah.
So did you start your teaching career here at Martin?
No, I did not. I started at a little school called St. Stanislaus Catholic Elementary over in Dorr. And I started teaching 7th, 8th grade there because when I came out of college, there were 300 applicants for every teaching job. And fortunately, I was Catholic, so they took me.
Mhm.
Did you like teaching?
I love teaching.
Well, because of the kids or because of just bringing out what you know?
The whole part of it. It's not, as any teacher here will tell you, it's not a job, it's a profession.
For
It's
sure.
fun.
For sure. Because, I mean, I would do it because I have to do it. Because you go to college, you put all the time in, and then let's say you don't high school or college and you don't want to teach. That's just a waste of time right there.
That definitely would be a waste of time.
Did you know right out of high school going into college that you wanted to be a teacher, or did you not
No.
figure that out till later?
I was going to be a veterinarian.
Really?
And after my first semester, which was very disappointing, I thought college was going to be the greatest teachers and the greatest class in the world, and it was boring. And so I kept getting stuck. Instead of going to study, I would stop in the rec, and I would play pinball all night long instead of studying. So the end of the semester, my advisor calls me in and says, "What were you going to do?" I'm like, "I just want to be pre-veterinarian." He hands me the book with all the classes. "What else did you want to do?" He said, "Pick something different." So I start thumbing through and like, "Oh, teaching, I think I could do that."
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
And since there was, I'm guessing, no technology back when you were in college,
No,
was it a lot harder to be a veterinarian than a teacher?
no. It was just a matter of getting the grades. And like I say, pretend that Mr. Blauvelt came in here and lectured for an hour straight and just wrote on the board.
Yeah.
And you had to copy it down and then memorize it. And then you got to take a test on it. And then you take the test and you do bad and you say, "Wait, I studied all that." And, "Did you read the first 10 chapters of the book?" No, because it's a boring science book. So that's why I did not do well in the academic setting of
Yeah.
college.
Well,
Don't let anybody tell you that, college is so great. I didn't learn a thing in college that I didn't already know in high school.
I mean, yeah, it's just a bigger word for more high school.
Yeah, it's a moneymaker. So like I say, if you can go to the trades, VOTAC, do that. That's where the money is.
So
Yeah.
you don't recommend for anybody that was planning in college, or if they kind of didn't know what they wanted to do, you wouldn't recommend going to college?
Like,
No.
what's your advice? What's
No,
your advice?
especially with the way it costs these days.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, at least you guys you can go to early college here and get credits, not have to pay. But now, it's like, if you're not sure of what you want to do, you're just throwing money away. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars. My first year of college cost me $1,700 room, board, tuition, and books. $1,700. Can you do that these days? No,
No.
not a chance.
Like at least it's more than 25, I bet.
I mean, books would cost you that much these
Yeah.
days.
When since you want to be a veterinarian, what drove you into being a wrestling coach?
What drove me to being a wrestling coach? Well, like I say, I wrestled all through middle school,
Yep.
high school, college. And then when I got married, they had an opening at East Kentwood High School for a wrestling coach. My wife's like, why don't you go apply for that? So I coached at East Kentwood as an assistant coach for like 6 years. Believe it or not, I actually interviewed here at Martin my first year out of college. And Martin had just started a wrestling program, and they're like, nah, he's too young and all. And I was pretty young. I actually had hair, and the wrinkles
Yeah.
weren't there, and the grayness wasn't there yet. And they said, this guy just looks too young. So that was it. I did not get the job. And that was back in 1978. And so fast forward to 1992, they have another opening. I go in, and Ron Merrill was the athletic director, and he says, yeah, I think we'll give you the job, and the rest is history.
Oh yeah, you definitely made it. What I've heard is that you're a big turning point for the Martin wrestling team. So
Well, I don't know about that, but I just love the sport.
yeah,
I love the kids that go into it and put effort into it.
yeah, and I've been to a couple of wrestling meets. Is there any meaning behind the sucker? You
Meaning
always-
Well, early on in my coaching career, I would lose my voice every season.
yeah,
Every season. And I also play guitar and sing at church
Yeah.
and that. And so by the end of the wrestling season, I'd be, and so I started putting the suckers in my mouth, and it kept me from yelling so much, and it kept the throat, vocal
Yeah.
cords lubed, and also kept me from getting unsportsmanlike conducts from the referees and stuff like that. So that's the reason.
And you still coach at Martin today, right? So what are your thoughts on the climax split?
One of the thoughts on the climax splits, you know, it was a good thing when it happened when we joined with them, because
Yeah.
both schools were really lean and needing more players and that, and it helped us both because we were forfeiting half our matches, they were forfeiting half their matches and that. But now both schools are up, both schools have increased their enrollment. We'd end up having to go Division III if we were still with them these days, and I think they changed the rule also that said now you got to practice with them every day, so we'd have to be busing the climax
Yeah.
every night, or they'd be busing us. That's a 45-minute drive.
no.
So just was not feasible. But we have enough wrestlers. I think that we will fill every weight class this year, and I think they have enough wrestlers. They, too, will fill every weight class. So, like I say, it was good for both teams at the time, and it was a good time to split. So I think it'll work out well. I wish them well, and I hope we'll be as successful, too.
Are you looking forward to this wrestling season?
Oh, yeah.
How
Every
far?
season? I
We
bet.
got some studs. We
Yeah.
got some studs this year. We just got to get them through football season without getting hurt.
Yeah.
Hale and Buell, not
Yeah.
to mention any names.
Yeah, like I asked Curry too. We had him here last week, I think.
A couple
Couple weeks
episodes
ago.
ago.
Do you think Climax has some key wrestlers that you guys will need this year? That you guys
Well,
needed this year?
Malcolm Smith is one that we would have liked to have kept. He's going to be like up about 190, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Very tough kid. Very good. He'll be a senior this year.
Yep.
But he's the one that we will miss the most. All the rest basically were seniors that graduated. So, c'est la vie.
Yeah. And you coached Curry, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Does it is it a weird feeling or is it like a strange feeling where one of the kids you coached are now coaching with you and is the head coach of their
You know,
program?
actually not, because back when he wrestled for me, he and Ryan Hunt, who also helps coach us, told me, Coach, we're going to come back and help you coach someday and all that. I'm like, I'm going to hold you to that because, you know, eventually I'm going to get old and not have enough energy to do
Yeah.
this anymore.
Yeah.
And it was like perfect timing. Perfect timing.
So when did you start teaching here at Martin?
Started teaching here at Martin in 2000.
2000. And
Yeah.
were you already the wrestling coach here
Yeah,
before?
I was already the wrestling coach for
So
like
then-
7-8 years before that.
So being the wrestling coach here, did that kind of like help you get the teaching job?
I think it did, no doubt about it. Yeah, because they actually hired me to be a 6th grade teacher, and 6th grade was not my specialty. I was 7th on up, you know, middle school and high school. So I think they made an allowance just to get me in here.
Sweet.
Besides your teaching and like wrestling, what are some hobbies out of like school?
What are some hobbies out of school? I like to play guitar and harmonica.
I-
do that quite a bit. I have, if you've ever seen my house, I have a whole town in my backyard that I have built. It's a small, wild western town. There's a jail, there's a school, there's a general store, there's a saloon, there's a post office, there's a barber shop, there's a church, there's every possible hotel out there, because my wife started off with the first grandkid. Oh, I don't want to just get one of those cheap toy houses, build. And so after the first one, well, then you can't tell the others, sorry, that was our favorite grandchild. You don't get nothing. So that's what it's up to now. We got a whole
Just building,
village,
building.
whole village. Yep.
Whole village.
A village inside of the village of Martin.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
how long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing since would have been my junior year of college.
Junior year of college.
Yep. All my brothers played, and they were really, really good, and I was jealous. And like I said, college was kind of boring, so I had to find something to do.
Is there any other instrument you wanted to learn?
Well, my mom was a concert pianist, and
Okay.
she could play, and she tried to teach all of us how to read music and how to play piano, but it didn't happen.
No.
It did not happen. I did play banjo for a while, and it's just like, nah, guitar is where it's at.
I feel like with the guitar you can play anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because I play the drums, and I'll be honest, sometimes it does get boring. Because like there's no tune, and you just because
Yep.
the drums is just the beat.
Yep.
But then with the guitar you could play anything, like the whole song. Or something
Exactly.
Like that, so.
Did you coach Jared Martin as well? Like football?
Did I what?
Football? Did you coach at Martin football for a while?
I did. I coached Coach Snyder when
Mhm.
he was in middle school. I think I had, I want to say Coach Page, Coach Hettinger. I coached a lot of them guys.
Do you think there's a rise in like women's wrestling right now?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. It's the fastest growing sport in high school these days. And the ironic thing of it is we had the first girl placed in the state here at Martin, a girl named Amy Barrage, placed in boys state, not girls state, boys state.
Competed against all boys.
Yep. There was no girls specific wrestling back then. In 2004, she placed 7th in the state.
So don't mess with her.
No.
No.
Do you think
was
she kind of kicked off women's wrestling?
I think
in the
that
area?
had a lot to do with it, because then you started to see more and more. And that. We had the pioneers, let's put it that way.
What do you think? Why don't you think they started sooner, like girls wrestling, or they just thought it was?
Well, I think they just thought it was masculine sport. You know, it's like, that's not feminine enough. We don't want girls sweating on each other and all. Like, but she didn't care. She
Yeah.
she would abuse boys like
it was nothing. Just
like
walk
it was
right through
nothing.
'em.
Exactly. I always felt bad. The first girl who wrestled for me was a girl named Angie Goodrich, and she came out just because she got sick of girls basketball. Came out her senior year.
Yeah.
So she'd never wrestled before, and she ended up pinning a boy. And that was unheard of back then. It was a kid from Maple Valley. I feel so sorry for to this day, because they put his name on the front page of the Kalamazoo Gazette that she had pinned him. But I was like, oh my God, you know, it's like her is just, that's what we trained her to do, you know, and it wasn't no big deal. And the poor kid like came out for wrestling and ends up getting pinned by a girl. And oh, you know, it was a headline with his picture being pinned by her. Like, felt so sorry for that kid.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I bet she never got messed with after that.
Nope.
No.
No, they knew that she was all business.
She's all
Yeah.
business. Well, if you guys don't know Mr. Boyd, he's also the announcer for the Martin football on Friday nights and Thursday too.
Yep.
How long have you been the announcer?
Started same year I started coaching wrestling here.
Really?
There was the athletic director at the time, Ron Merrill. I forget what teacher had done it prior to me. And he's like, hey, you think you can cover, you know, do the announcing?
Yeah.
At one time, he says, okay, it's your job.
Just kept
Ever
the
since,
sense.
it was my job. And
You-
was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, it was the first one I missed. I had to go
Yeah.
down for a funeral for a kid that was my college roommate. So
Yeah. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, sorry
but
for your
Hey.
loss, but we heard that it was your first one that you'd missed
it
in
was.
what,
It-
30 some
30-some
years?
years,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely felt weird without hearing.
It was a little weird without Mr. Boyd up in the
Yep.
press box, but
I'm glad they didn't fire me.
I don't think we
guy
can
was
fire
way
you.
better than you. You don't have to come back anymore.
just take the rest of the season off.
I know.
We'll
You want
see
to help
next
in the
year.
concession stand?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you like doing it?
I love it.
Love it.
Love it.
You just keep up with every Friday nights.
Oh,
Don't miss anything out on the
makes
Martin
my
Pride.
makes my night.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And no better feeling in the world. And we had years. There was 5 years in a row where we did not win a game.
really.
Yeah.
Ask Coach Curry. He was on those
He was?
teams. Yes. And I'd never announced a win for like 5 years in a row. And it's like we never dodged anybody. We kept played everybody. I'm proud of the fact that, we didn't say, oh, we're going to forfeit. We don't want to.
Yeah.
They're too good for us. No, we took our lumps.
Do you think switching to 8-man kind of help us win more?
Oh, big time. Big time. Because, 11-man, you need skill players
Yeah, for
at
sure.
almost every position. 11-man is a whole different game. But 8-man, you need the receivers, the running back, and the quarterback.
Speed, yep.
You need speed. And I think it's even more important on defense to get that outside pursuit so that people don't just run wild on you. And I think that's what has been the secret to our success.
And weren't there a couple seasons where they had just straight losses
Oh.
when they first started 8-man?
No, I think we
No.
kind of picked up. and
We were
started winning
successful in
right away.
8-man right from the get-go. We would lose in the regionals to the eventual state champion,
Yeah.
Adrian Lenawee Christian, and
They were big, tough components.
big
back then.
time. They were tough. So, nope. I think was it Colin?
I think Colin, yeah.
Another one of them red teams down there
Yeah.
that we lost to in regionals and that.
I think it was what 2019 was the first
no,
year we went.
Ever since we went to 8-man, you have to ask Coach Blauvelt what our overall record has been since we started
Yeah.
8-man. It's got to be good. It's got to be real good.
Have you? Do you think the community has been with the football program ever since we started 8-man?
Oh, yeah. The community has always supported Martin football.
Yeah.
Now that, the success is there, you get even more support than ever.
Do you think the state championship runs had a big part in that?
Oh, no doubt about it. You got state championship team, people are going to want to watch that.
For sure.
What are your thoughts on this year's team?
I think
And
this
the
year's team
possibility.
has as good a chance as any of those other teams. You just got to focus on every game. Don't
For sure.
overlook anybody.
No, we
Don't overlook anybody.
definitely not with our next game being on a Wednesday night.
You guys should have beaten Mendon last year.
Oh, for sure.
No, we should have.
I think it was a weird setting. Had to go
It
to their
was.
field.
Plus,
middle
it was in
Saturday.
Mendon, and that helped them tremendously. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it was there for the taking.
Yeah. But like you said, never overlook an
No.
opponent because you never know what can happen. So
That's when you get smacked in the face when you
yeah,
overlook somebody.
yeah, we got Muskegon Heights this week, and then next week home, right? Home or away?
Home.
Next week's home
Yeah,
on
Sacred
Wednesday
Heart.
at 6 against Sacred.
They just beat Gobles the other night.
Yeah.
So don't overlook them.
No, not for sure. That's
Nope.
definitely gonna be one of our toughest opponents
Yep.
these next couple weeks. So we're mainly focused on that for right now, and just want to
Yeah.
get that win. We get that out of the way, get playoffs through, head up north. So
We don't know anything about Muskegon Heights, so we're
No.
kind of just like, we'll focus on Sacred Heart.
yeah.
Sounds good.
What are some advice to the upcoming coaches that want to be a varsity coach?
Want to be a varsity coach?
Or anybody that wants to be a coach in general.
general.
What is some advice you give 'em?
Volunteer and get experience. Nobody just walks in cold and all of a sudden I'm a good varsity coach. No, you got to, look at all the assistants that we have here, and a lot of them are former Martin students and they just kind of work their way up. And the more you hang around, the more you learn. You're never too old to learn. I don't coach the same way in wrestling that I did 30-some years ago because you see different techniques, see different styles.
For
Say,
sure.
hey, that worked really good. That would work really good. Don't ever think you're too smart to learn something new. That's the key. Sometimes you just got to change.
Talking about wrestling now and back then, what do you think is tougher, wrestling back then or wrestling now?
Now, the kids today are way better than they were back then for a couple different reasons. Number one, you have year-round wrestling now.
Yeah,
We got kids that are wrestling every weekend practically.
there's some that do it here too.
Yeah.
So
Number two, there's camps everywhere. You go to a camp every weekend somewhere. When I was in high school, there was no off-season wrestling. You went from football to basketball or wrestling, and wrestling into track and
Track,
baseball, and then in the summer you started lifting for football, and that was all. There was no camps to go to, so you only got as good as your coach, basically. If your coach didn't know stuff, you didn't learn stuff, and it showed. I mean, the good teams were always good, and the not so good teams were always terrible. But now, the opportunities there are for kids are just unreal, which can be good and can be bad, because you can overdo it with a kid and burn them out. But on the other hand, we got high school kids right now, Coach Curry will tell you, that are beating college kids. Like, that never would have happened back in the day. You never would have beat a college kid. But that's how the skills that they have these days, just from all the extra instruction that's available out there. Be as good as you want if you put the time in.
How what's it called? What's the most hardest drill you think
The most hardest drill.
as a wrestling coach?
The most hardest drill as a wrestling coach. There's a lot of hard drills in wrestling.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard to narrow it down to one.
I heard log rolls are
Log rolls are fun. You guys are lucky. We used to do log rolls in football all the time when I was in school. Try doing that out in the 80-degree weather
I'm good.
with
No, we're
pads
good.
and helmet and all that stuff on.
Yeah.
Well, we do it in a wrestling room when it's 80 degrees.
I'd rather do gassers like back
Yeah.
and forth.
Yeah.
I'd much rather do gassers down and back.
Yeah, the thing with gassers is you can pace yourself.
Yeah.
Log rolls, you got to go as fast as the other guys are going.
If not, you're tripping up on the other person,
Exactly.
ending up
They're
on a
landing
pile.
on you.
Yeah.
What is some advice you'd give to the younger generation?
The younger generation, take advantage of every opportunity you can, because you don't want to come back 10 years later and say, oh, I wish I would have, I wish I would have. Do it now. If you want to do something, do it now. Don't have regrets. That's key.
Yeah. Going back to wrestling, who is an athlete you would want to train?
Who is an athlete I would
Like,
want to train?
Yeah, a famous athlete you would want to train.
Famous athlete? What do you mean?
Like, if you could train anyone,
If you were to coach anyone in the world in wrestling, who would you want to coach?
Who would I want? I have no idea. I mean, there's a lot of great athletes out there, and they've already got great training. That's why they're great. So, kind of pointless, redundant. What can I add that they haven't already gotten?
yeah. What was your favorite sport growing up though?
My
'Cause
favorite
I doubt some people like wrestling, but then going into college, they start to dislike it. You know what I mean? There's people that like during the sport
Well,
in the high school.
Yeah. No, wrestling's always been my favorite sport.
Yeah.
Always has, mainly because it's individual, and win or lose is on you. It's not on the team. I can't say, oh, Souk there cost me that match or
Yeah, no.
whatever,
It's an independent
because he
sport.
missed a tackle or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's all you, and the blame all falls on you.
Yeah. Do you think there's a lot of like chemistry that has to be built in the team to keep each other up?
Oh, always. Even if it's an individual sport, you need the guys to work with or whatever. If Halen Buell didn't have good wrestlers to wrestle with in practice, he wouldn't be as good as he is today.
No, yeah.
And so, Seth and all those other guys, they got to step up and work hard against him so that he gets better too. Otherwise, if everybody just rolls over for him, how's he ever going to get better? So chemistry, football, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Chemistry in football is big time.
You need
But
to have it.
the truth, it's all sports.
I think football is more of a like team and smart chemistry, where wrestling is more of a team morale,
Yep.
like being supportive of each other and just
Exactly.
keeping each other like up. Even
Yep.
when losses, even when you lose, you got to keep each other up. So
Exactly. Somebody else got to step up.
Have you watched NFL lately? You
Yeah.
been keeping up on it?
I have a
What were your
watched
thoughts?
Lions win the other day.
yeah, go Lions.
Go Lions.
Oh, Lions. You
see,
think they?
Tyreek Hill? His
Yeah.
injury?
Yeah, that was so
nasty,
gross.
dude.
Oh.
Hey, I got a question for you. Do you guys? Is there a rule about end zone celebrations in high school?
Not that we found out.
I want to see you guys do duck, duck, goose like the Lions did last weekend. That was the funniest thing. I saw them do the bowling thing and all. And they must practice every week in practice. I'm like, what can we come up with new? I saw a duck, duck, goose about fell out of my chair. I'm like, oh my god.
So usually we come up with them like the
Day
Spider-Man one. We came up with the Spider-Man one, and we're kind of like, hey, Blob, can we do this? Like, we just want to make sure it's all right. And then he's like, yeah, whatever. And then we were doing it in game, and we would do it like this, and the ref was like, make sure you're not pointing guns.
Yeah, don't do that.
He was like, make sure you're not pointing guns. And I think Halen did one where he was like shotgunning a Mountain Dew or like shotgunning the ball.
Well, it's a trend on TikTok.
Yeah, there's a trend on getting
So
sendy.
I like college parties that you see on TikTok, whatever, they're shotgunning. You can't say it.
Yeah.
But, and then the refs told us we can't do that. And I told them, I was like, we aren't. We're shotgunning Mountain Dew. And he just laughed it off.
Yeah, but so
I say be careful.
Oh,
Make
for sure.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Make sure. In this day and age, you got to be careful. I'm sure that Kalamazoo Central kid was just thought he was having fun
Yeah.
doing power bombs like big time wrestling. It's like, hey, didn't know you were gonna break a kid's back, did you?
Right.
Do you think his whole season suspension was reasonable?
Well,
he got a whole season
So
suspension.
like this whole season.
when you
Wow.
look at it, you know, the fact that he did cause bodily damage to the kid,
Yeah.
And he was only 15 years old, so
Exactly.
he's got next year in that, and hopefully he'll learn from it. And hopefully everybody else who watched it will learn from it, that you don't do stupid stuff like that.
No,
Stupid stuff results in stupid
you-
consequences.
Because everything gets videotaped these days.
for
There's
sure. There's
nothing-
not a thing.
There's
Yeah.
nothing you can
As we're
do.
videotaping this.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I gotta watch what I say.
Yeah. Don't worry. Our production team will get it covered up.
Thank God.
But yeah, I don't know. I think a whole season suspension wasn't reasonable, but then I guess looking at it as an outsider, I definitely see like the reasoning behind why he should get a
Yeah.
whole season suspension.
What was he, 15? So
Yeah.
he's got 2-3 more years.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
If he's
I mean-
serious about football, he'll be back.
It's not like he still can't practice and get
Nope.
better, right?
Nope.
So he just can't participate on Friday nights. But
He probably thought he probably thought he was doing something funny, fun.
Exactly.
And
That's
then
how I think of. He's just goofing around. And
I mean, I feel like every lineman's, they got into the pancake park and they've
Oh,
done a
for
little
sure.
bit more than what they needed
Yeah.
to, and he just went a little too far.
Oh, too far.
If you haven't seen the clip, look it up on TikTok.
Oh,
It's
mm,
funny to watch, but
probably been viewed 10 million times.
oh,
by
for
now.
sure, for sure. But yeah,
Countrywide, not just in the state of Michigan. I
Yeah.
feel sorry for that kid from that standpoint. That,
Oh, yeah, it's
he
been
never
all
thought
over.
that anything like that would go viral.
it's
Yeah,
local.
I did.
yeah. Since you've I'm gonna get your opinion on this. Since you've been, I guess, coaching all around sports, what do you think is more dangerous, football or rugby?
Rugby by far, just because there's no pads involved.
You think so?
You can clothesline people in rugby, man. I was like, you got to be really tough to be a rugby
for
player.
sure.
What high schools have rugby now? I know some of the bigger
There's
ones.
some in Kalamazoo.
Do they?
There's some in Grand Rapids
For
for
sure.
sure.
Man, you better be a big, tough, husky kid if you're going to play rugby, because, like I said, it is like football with no pads.
Oh, for sure. Well, I heard you get taught to tackle the right way, but I mean, there's still.
You don't see anybody tackling legs in rugby.
No.
They're taking them head high.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you want to get clothesline? Go play rugby.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess more personal questions. What were your first couple jobs? I
My
wanna know.
first
Yeah.
couple jobs, you mean before I got to college and all that?
Up in high school, what were you doing
High
part time
school,
and everything?
let's see. I worked in the summer refinishing desks at school, scraping bubble gum off the bottoms of desks.
Would you get in
Then-
trouble or just cause?
No, in the summer they hired kids to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, I was not a well-to-do kid. I lived in the projects of Port Huron,
Yep.
and the poor kids, they had special jobs for them, and so I got to make minimum wage, $1 an hour, doing that all summer long. And then later on, I got moved up to, I worked at Taco Bell. I worked at another hamburger place. My senior year, I worked co-op at Michigan Bell, carrying, you guys don't know what they are, these key punch cards back then.
Yeah.
In the pre-big computer days, whatever, used to have these bins full of key punch cards that they had to hold on to because they had all the billing and all that for 7 years. And so they had this big, gigantic warehouse. And that was my job. Take these big bins, drive them to the warehouse, come back and all. And I did that 4 hours from 6 to 10 in the morning. And then I had to go to school, had school the rest of the day. And then I went into sports. So I had a pretty full day.
Yeah. 6 to 10. What time would school start?
School started at 8 o'clock, but
Oh.
You
I missed the
show
first
up
2
whenever.
hours because I was a senior and had most of my requirements taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah. The cool senior.
Kind of like we do. Just a couple hours here and
Cool
there.
senior.
Yeah.
No, I was not a cool senior.
Yeah. I mean, I wish we still had some of those rules, but I don't know. A couple classes before us ruined it for us, where you can sign yourself out and then sign
Last
yourself
year's
back
class
in.
for
Used to
sure.
be able to go downtown and eat
Yeah.
every lunchtime.
Yeah,
and
that's
all
what they
that.
did, but not anymore.
No, no, you're right. Some people ruined that for you.
It is what it is, though. You got to
Yeah.
deal with it now. So
There's so much, trouble that you can get into these days and all. Me and the old codgers at reps talk about this
Yeah.
all the time. And all. It's like, today you got to supervise kids 24/7. When I was a kid, you're out the door in the morning, you didn't come back till the lights came on. Who knows what you'd been doing all day long? Could have been legal, could have been illegal, but
yeah, for sure.
I asked my mom one time, "Didn't you worry about it?" She says, "Well, I just prayed a lot." That's about all you could do.
Yeah, there wasn't really much. I mean, because there was no phones or nothing.
No.
I kind of wish that time was still like that though. Like, hey,
stop
mom,
and
going
think
on?
about this. How many of you guys have hitchhiked?
No, I
No,
never have.
I never
None.
hitchhiked.
I hitchhiked across I had brothers that hitchhiked across the country and back. I hitchhiked all the way from Port Huron over to here one time going through Detroit or whatever. I made it alive. Like I said, nobody would have known. That was before phones. There were no
Yeah.
cell phones or anything like that. I once rode my bike all the way around the state of Michigan. I just slept on the beaches, whatever, and there were no phones or anything. And I was very naive thinking, what could happen to me?
Yeah,
Pretty safe.
I mean,
I wouldn't advise you guys to do that or anybody else
yeah.
by myself, So, yeah, times definitely have changed.
Oh, for sure, for sure. With like the new technologies and everything. So
Like I say, there's no such thing as privacy anymore. You're
No.
always on camera
Yep.
somewhere.
Unless it's
Everything's
in
being
your garage, you're
recorded.
blasting your music.
Yep.
It's just closed doors. It's just basically it. So
people are gonna find out everything though.
Yeah.
Everything
Yep.
everyone's under a microscope. When it comes to everything.
Here's a prime example. My wife and I can talk about something, and then I'll get an ad on my phone. It's like, how did they know
the
I was?
algorithm is
How
crazy.
did I
Yeah.
know I was looking for something like
Yeah.
that? And it's like, are they listening into me right
Yeah.
now?
It's weird.
They probably are.
That happens to me all the time. I'll be
Big
like,
brother.
talking.
Big
Yeah.
brother is watching.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like going back to your teaching, how many blue shirts, long sleeve button ups, and blue dress pants do you have?
365, so I can have a different pair every day of the year.
How many ties do you have?
Oh, well over 500.
How do you get the ties? Are they custom made or you just find them?
No, some are custom made, but a lot of them, every time Christmas and my birthday rolled around, my kids would be like, I'll get dad a tie. It was an easy thing for them
Yeah.
to do. So I just end up with a lot of ties.
Yeah. So there's some funny ones that you got.
Took
so,
all the thought out of getting gifts for the old man.
for sure.
Get him a tie.
So I got a question on the inside joke that goes around. If you don't know Mr. Boyd, he tells everyone that he's 155,
152.
152. So what kind of started that?
What kind of started that? Just kids asking all the
Yeah.
time. And 152 sounded like a good number. And most kids have no idea, especially younger kids, middle school kids. They have no idea about age.
Yeah,
They're like,
no.
oh, okay.
They believe it.
Some of them probably believe it.
Yeah.
Just like they believe I'm-
till this day I don't know your real age.
Just like they believe I'm
So,
drinking
yeah,
my own
I know.
urine.
yeah, what was that drink? What was it?
It's iced tea.
It's tea.
Oh.
I knew that.
I thought it was like,
You
I
knew
thought it was
that.
like apple cider or something.
No. Nope, iced tea.
Wow.
And 8
go wrong
ounces
with
of
some
my own
iced tea.
urine. They look at you like, I was like, look it up, man. There's a whole
It's
cult
good
of
for
people
you.
that drink their own urine. I
Lot of vitamins
guarantee it.
in
It's all them antibodies there. You won't get sick if you do that.
Yeah.
And I never missed a day of school for being
No.
sick
Yeah.
in my whole career.
Well,
So
we're
must
Wow.
work.
yeah. And talking about your guitar, we're gonna try getting the production to put the link in the bio of his old COVID song. What made
Oh,
you?
we'll
what
we'll have
made you think
production
of
put
that
it in there.
that COVID song.
Oh, let me think what that. That was the Elvira song.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, virus.
Oh, coronavirus.
That thing.
You know,
Coronavirus.
do you remember
Oh wow.
Coach Stefan?
Yeah.
He was the gym
Yep.
teacher
Yep.
here, and so he would play. He was learning to play guitar and all that, and so he challenged me to, that was back when we were remote learning and everybody was at home. Challenged me to come up with a song for the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And there it was. Just kind
I
of
remember walking in,
fell
you'd be
into
playing
place.
playing the
Yep, he
guitar,
was
coming
out
in,
there
and
playing outside the gym. Where's he at now? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I've never heard of him.
I
Never
can't
since.
remember
I'm-
where he
I'm
went.
not
No.
sure.
I'm
I thought
also-
he was a coach, I think, at his old school when he was, because he was teaching here, and then he was a football coach at his old school.
Yeah,
So I don't know if he went back there. I don't know.
that could be.
I've also wondered because the time I've been here at Martin, so since 6th grade to now, I've had many principals. Many principals. Nobody stays. How many principals have you been or here like that have changed?
I couldn't tell you. Like I say, they've changed so many times. Mrs. Lyon was probably the one that stuck around the longest now.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't.
Sweetest lady I've.
Oh,
seen
Miss
walking around.
Shout out to Miss Lynema and
We're
Mr.
gonna- We're
Curry.
getting her. We're getting her
Well,
soon. So.
She'll be on at some point, but shout out to Miss
You gotta
Lynema.
get her.
Do you think there's any reasoning behind it, or they just can't stick with it?
Well, here's the thing: if they're invested in the community, they would stay. But a lot of them, this is just a part-time stopping till they get to a bigger school.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I
No.
mean, you want to get bigger, and you want to be a superintendent, or you want to be, in a bigger school. That's understandable. This is a stopping point on their way up. So nothing against them, but I mean, the people. Do you think Coach Blauvelt will ever leave, take a better coaching job somewhere?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
No,
It's
he
a
won't.
bigger school.
No, I don't think
Nah,
so.
I don't think so. I think he's happy here, and that's the whole thing. They talk about that one's a Clipper, always a Clipper. The people, who understand this community, love this community,
For sure.
and that's why they stick around.
Yeah.
How many coaches we have right now that are former Martin students?
A lot.
A lot. I
lot.
think almost
You know,
all of them.
all of
Almo-
them.
Volleyball,
all of them.
football,
Wrestling.
wrestling. Trying to
But-
think. What
yeah.
other ones?
Yeah.
And it's
I mean,
not a coincidence.
is there would you, for the time you've been here, would you have
I'll be right
take a
back.
bigger job too, or no? Do you think
No.
no.
Nope. No,
That's-
people used to say, "Why don't you have so and so's got an opening? Why don't you?" It's like, no, I'm happy where I am.
Yeah.
And you don't like to leave something you've been building either.
No.
And it's, I don't want to say disrespectful, but
It's a slap in the face of the community.
yeah, it's like, oh, you guys are okay for a stopping point, but you weren't good enough for me to stay here.
I just actually received word we're about to have a lockdown drill in 2 minutes.
So I think this is all the time we have. for
So I was just informed by Principal Curry we're gonna have a lockdown drill.
today. Thank you for tuning in this episode. Thank you to Mr.
Sorry
Boyd.
to cut it short, Mr. Boyd.
That's
we'll
okay.
get you on and
Yeah.
shout out. Stay tuned. We're gonna have a song coming out
Like and
with
subscribe.
the Mr. Boyd.
Yes, we will. We're gonna have make our intro song actually.
All right,
So
I'll come up with one tonight.
thank you for your time today, Mr. Boyd.
Thank you for your
Alrighty.
time, Mr. Boyd.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.